My brows make me tired. I'm like stressed out. I need to like, I say as I like lift up my armpit so you can see all my deodorant. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Allie, and today I'm coming at you with some wet hair. I'm going to dry it before I show you the finished look. Because obviously I'm not wearing any makeup, because today I want to do a full face of drugstore brands that I trust. This video was inspired by the recent news that Wet n Wild is no longer cruelty free. And this video is kind of ironic because if I would have done this video a week ago, Wet n Wild would have been on this list. I am completely shocked that not only have they, they're not cruelty free anymore, but they lied about it. It's just a weird thing, man. So I picked some products from some of my favorite brands that I just trust in terms of quality, in terms of their cruelty free status and their advocacy towards animals. And yeah, I'm going to do a video on my second channel about Wet n Wild specifically, and just how I feel about ethics and makeup and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm also wearing a tank top because I'm really hot, and I got some new ink. My ink is finally finished. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen this. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna dilly-dally. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm actually gonna start with some lip balm from Milani. Milani is such an awesome brand in terms of their ethics, but not only that, they are so good about, in my opinion, about coming out with like a full range of products. So like, foundations for different skin tones, for different skin types, concealers for different skin tones and different skin types. And especially because they're like a smaller brand. As far as I know, they haven't actually been in all drugstores for that long. I know back home where I'm from, you used to not be able to find Milani anywhere. Oh, by the way, I know my nails are chipped, okay? It drives me crazy. Okay, anyway, so yeah, I know that they at least kind of operate like a smaller brand. So the next brand I want to talk about is one that gets a lot of hate, and I have some opinions about that. And my big opinion is that I love NYX. They are a professional makeup company that is sold at the drugstore. That's why they're expensive. They are a professional grade makeup company that is sold in drugstores. It's similar to like, I don't want to say Pixie, because Pixie is more like clean beauty at the drugstore, but that's why their prices are a little bit higher. People really hate on them. People really don't like their prices, and I just don't, I don't know, I don't understand it, because you're getting professional makeup. So I don't technically have a primer spray, but I use primer spray every day, and one that I use when I'm traveling, and especially during the summertime, is the NYX Matte Finish Spray. I don't like this as a setting spray. I prefer it as a primer spray, so I'm going to go ahead and spray this all over my face. And this lasts forever for such a small bottle because you don't really need that much. And I'm going to go ahead and do my glowy primer. I also do a pore filler, but I like to let the glowy primer sit on my skin. This is a new one to me. I haven't really tried it out all that much, but the brand is Covergirl. They're a recent addition to the cruelty-free family, and I was so excited when I heard that they were cruelty-free, because they had been coming out with some really cool releases that obviously I haven't been purchasing. One of them was the Vitalist Go Glow Primer. This is in the shade 1 Daybreak. The way that I like to apply primers like this, let me shake it up a little bit more, it's a little separated. The way that I like to apply primers like this, I have two methods. There's two different ways. One of them is with a brush. I have no brushes but my Wet n Wild brush, so that's great. I don't know if this has any product on it. Doesn't look like it. So one way is you can take a stippling brush kind of like this and just kind of, the one thing I don't like about Covergirl, I will say, is I don't like the scents on their products. They all have this like perfumey scent. They don't irritate my skin, but I'm just not a big fan. So this is one way. The other way is with a sponge, and this soaks up a lot more product, as you can see. But I don't know, this is just kind of my preferred method of glowy primers. If I'm being honest, this also smells kind of like potato chips. This is only my second time using it, so the jury's out on whether it's a favorite. But one thing with Covergirl is, even if a product isn't for me, I feel like I tend to kind of get the gist of them. Like, I feel like they have a place in someone's collection. And that's kind of how I feel about this product. Okay, so that's the Vitalist Go Glow. I'm going to zoom you guys in, and I'm trying a new brow product. So Wish me luck. I'm going to be trying out the e.l.f. Universal Precise Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe. Never tried this before. Prior to this, my favorite brow pencil from the drugstore was Wet n Wild. So we will see. I don't even know how this shade is going to go. It's a little warm. It's a little warm. We're going to make it work. Has a spoolie. This was very inexpensive. And e.l.f. has been one of my favorite brands, like Wet n Wild, since high school probably. I just love their products. I've always, for the most part, been able to count on them. They've had some duds. This eyebrow pencil actually might be a dud because this is like really hard. Let's see if I can warm it up a little bit. Yeah, I kind of have to press a little bit with this. And I like my brows to be even, so the way that I do that is I do one side, the bottom part, and I go to the other side. My brows make me tired. Yeah, I don't like this very much, honestly. It's just too, I'm pressing down really hard and not getting kind of what I want out of it. The color is like way off, so this is kind of a dud. Don't worry, just, you know, skip this part because I am gonna go on my brow is man. And I'm in the shade medium brown in this one. I always know when I don't like a brow pencil because it turns the skin under my brows red from pressing. I just don't understand people that don't like brow wiz. Granted, I do think it's kind of expensive, but there's always a sale going on. Like at some point somewhere, you know, there's always like a 20, for the most part, a few times a year, there's always a 20% coupon floating around from Ulta or Sephora that you can go get this. They frequently put this in the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty for 50% off, so you can always find it on sale. I recommend just stocking up when you find them. People say they go through it really fast. I don't find that. It's fine, whatever. Alright, let's do eyes. I'm just going to prime my lids with concealer. I'm going to take some NYX banana powder to set my eyelids because the eyeshadow palette I'm going to use doesn't have a setting shade in it. So I knew what brand I was going to use for this category, but I didn't know what palette I was going to use. So I looked at my different blushes that I wanted to use, chose a blush, and then chose an eyeshadow palette. So the eyeshadow palette I chose for this category is the Dream Street palette from Kathleen Lights. This looks really well used. I go through phases with it. I will use it like every single day for a week and then I won't pick it up for 6 months. But I do love this eyeshadow palette. I love all Colourpop eyeshadows. I can pretty much count on Colourpop to just do the damn thing. You know what I mean? Like they just consistently, so first, sorry, I'm gonna go in with the shade Shooting Star, I think is what that one is. They just consistently impress me with their formulas, their color stories. I really like them. So I knew I was gonna choose them. I just didn't know what palette I was gonna choose. I wanted to do something a little bit fun since this video is kind of depressing. At least in my opinion, it's depressing to me because I love Wet n Wild, or I loved Wet n Wild. So I wanted to do kind of a fun look, and I don't often do fun looks. I normally just kind of stick with basic things. So today I wanted to do something a little bit colorful. So I'm sorry if the lighting's off today. My lighting's a little weird today. So next, I'm going to go into the shade Magical right there, that like peachier tone shade. I'm going to put it right under where I just put the transition shade, and this is just adding like another element of transition and adding a little bit of warmth because that shooting star shade is a little bit cooler. Now I had a kind of cool idea, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off because I just suck at makeup, honestly. No, I've been trying to do winged eyeliner and it has not been working for me. So I need something to like, I honestly need like tape is what I need, but I don't have that. Anyway, I don't need it right this second. The next shade I'm going to go in with, let's go into this one. I think this one is called Potion, that like reddy shade right there. Then I'm going to go in with my Alamar Cosmetics brush. And I'm just going to wiggle that on the outer portion of the eye. and I'll blend it out with a blending brush here in a second. I know technically this is a blending brush, but I like to take eyeshadow that I'm not trying to like pack on with this brush and just kind of wiggle it in the outer corner. That's what I use this brush for mainly. It's not made for precision work. Alright, I'm gonna mix Shooting Star and the other shade, the oh my god, what is this called? Stardust Magical. I don't like it when Colourpop does their things on the back. Alright, so lastly, I want to do this more precisely, so I'm going to go in with a denser brush, probably the Sephora Pro brush. I'm going to go in with the shade Elfish. I'm going to put that on the very outer V to deepen everything up. I love this palette so much. And again, I'm going to take the same brush, but I'm going to go in with nothing on it and just kind of blend everything a little bit. Alright, now is the tricky part. I really want to do a winged liner, but with eyeshadow. Because Kathleen does this a lot on her channel. I'm like stressed out. I need to like pump myself up for this. Like, it's ridiculous. Kind of like the all matte look, honestly. These two shimmers, the only thing, and I won't say I won't like it, these two shimmers at the end look a lot alike, so normally I just mix them, which isn't a dislike of the palette, it's just something I'm noting. I'm going to use this on the inner corner. This shade fell out, so I can't use that one. Maybe just leave it. Maybe just leave it. So I'm going to go in with this deep blue. And I want to use that. I want to use that as my liner. You might not be able to see this because I'm going to be very close to the mirror. I need to like rest my entire body on my desk to do this. So yeah, you're not going to be able to see. Let me magnify the mirror. Oh, that does not help. Okay. So let me just scoot this closer. Can y'all see? Luckily, I do have makeup wipes too, and that will assist, but you know, I'm gonna do what you're not supposed to do and stretch my eyelid. Wow, I actually like that. That's actually literally what I wanted for once. Okay, so let's fuck it up. Actually, I'm gonna wait to fuck it up because I want to try something else too, and I know how that's gonna go. So I'm gonna take, this one's a little wonky, so I might fill it in a little bit more and then take a makeup wipe and fix it. And then I really want to go in with this shade. Put that on the winged liner, and I'm gonna have to wet it. It's not really doing anything. I did all that. Now I run the risk of messing it up even more. So I'm gonna clean off that brush. I kind of want to go in to this pink shade and like kind of do something in the crease, like you know, people do like those lines. I kind of want to do that. Which actually, now that I'm thinking about it, is kind of dumb because I already have eyeshadow on the crease. You're gonna be able to see it? Not really. You know what that could be? I could use let me try going in with these like goldier shades and spraying them. Maybe that would be a cool little thing. I know this makeup look is getting kind of wild. Okay, that didn't really work, but it's okay. We put it on the other eye just to match. So basically what has happened, let me just blend all this away. I really just messed up this eye look, huh? Let's move on. So for eyeliners, honestly, all the eyeliners I use are from NYX. I mean, that's just a fact. So I'm gonna do the faux black and green, then I'm gonna go ahead and do white silk. I think it would just look really cool with this look. And these last. I have had these for probably too long, and I use them every single day. Alright, I need to use a makeup wipe to get rid of all the fallout. And since that took off a lot of my primer, let me zoom out. Since that took off a lot of my primer, I'm going to go ahead and reapply it. I don't think this eye look turned out too bad. Covergirl, if you're watching this, can you please, please change the scent on your products, man? It's too much. Alright, I'm going to let that sink in for a second because I'm going to use a pore filler. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and apply the Body Shop Tea Tree Mattifying Lotion. This is the only... Oops. This is the only makeup product I have from the Body Shop, and honestly, I love the Body Shop in general. I wish that they would do more no waste products like soap bars and stuff like that, as opposed to like body washes, but I really love the Body Shop. I would be interested in trying more of their makeup. I just haven't yet. This is making my face really red. Don't be alarmed, I don't think. But yeah, I would love to try more of their makeup products, but this one is gold. I use such little products and it mattifies my skin really well. I use this way more during the summer, but their products are kind of sensitive skin friendly, and I love everything from their tea tree line. So the two foundations I'm going to mix the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made and the CoverGirl Healthy Elixir. And the reason I'm mixing these is because I wanted to use the Healthy Elixir, but it's too dark, and this one's my perfect shade, so it's probably still going to be too dark because this one oxidizes, but we're still going to try it out, man. You know what, I can honestly probably mix in a little bit of... I'm going to do two things. I'm going to mix in a little bit of the NYX foundation mixer to lighten it up. I'm also going to mix in a little bit of my glowy primer, which I always do anyway. You pretty much never catch me without thinning out my foundation. So I kind of want to use a brush for my foundation. I just never do it, so it always makes me nervous. People have been so into brushes lately that it makes me feel like I should be too, but I don't like any of the ones I own. So I kind of want to try this. It's a BH Cosmetics flat top kabuki type brush, and I'm really getting it into the bristles, so maybe that will help. I really don't know anything about using brushes because I normally use a sponge, so I normally use this one with like CC creams and BB creams and stuff. This is why I don't like it, because there's so many brush strokes. I don't know how people only use brushes. I feel like I use like all the product. Yeah, next, I'm not doing that. Like, I understand the purpose of brushes for some things, but oh, that's too dark. I didn't lighten it. Oh well. So my concealer is kind of iffy, so because I'm out of all of the ones I like, so I am not gonna use a lot, and I'm gonna put like my foundation under my eyes, kind of. Alright, that's my foundation, and I also wanted to mix in a matte foundation because I don't have a face powder that I'm really into from the drugstore. Alright, so the concealer I'm going to use, they're both from the Ulta Beauty brand. I've been using the Ulta Beauty brand for so long. They were one of the first, aside from Elf and Wet n Wild, that I used when I got into makeup. Like, I remember I used to buy the sets that they had, and I was obsessed, and they were so inexpensive, and you could buy like $20 worth of product and then, you know, buy the set. And I used to do that every time they were in that deal at my local Ulta when I lived in Virginia Beach, and I was just obsessed. So they hold a very special place in my heart. I love a lot of their products. I love that they're cruelty free, and I think they're doing kind of what Sephora does, except Sephora is not cruelty free, and also Sephora is pretty expensive. Ulta is very affordable. I mean, they're a little bit more expensive than some brands at the drugstore, but I can get down with their prices. The two concealers I'm using, by the way, one of them is the Youthful Glow and the other one is like the Full Coverage Concealer. The Full Coverage Concealer is too light for me, so I always use it to, like, I use it right up on my dark circles, and then the Youthful Glow is too dark, so I just kind of use it to blend in my foundation. I have a little bit of foundation on my eyes, or concealer on my eyes. Now for cream contour. So Jordana is a brand I actually don't buy from all that much. I've never tried anything other than this product, but I will tell you, I love this product. This is their contour stick, and I think it's the best at the drugstore, but also just really good in general. I haven't really found anything I like better. I've tried the Smashbox one and I like it. It's okay, but I like this one better. It's definitely a drier formula, but it has the perfect ashy undertone because a lot of the contours I've found have been very warm tone. This one is an actual cool toned contour. Does anyone else get like filthy when they're doing their makeup, or is it just me? I feel like I have like little microscopic hairs all over the place. Alright, now I'm going to powder my under eyes with that NYX banana powder. Let me do my chin too. Oh my god, I feel the hairs. And I gotta do the forehead, honestly. Alright, to set my brows, I'm just going to use this e.l.f. brow gel. I've used this before, not my favorite, but the drugstore really doesn't have a lot of an abundance of clear brow gels, so I was working with what I had, and it does work, it does the trick. It's just pretty thick. Alright, let's do bronzer. So I wanted to go ahead and use this e.l.f. one. I haven't really used it all that much. It's not my all-time favorite, but I do like it. So it's the shade Forever Sunkissed. It's a more neutrally color. It is really nice for fair skin though. So taking this on a stipple brush, and I don't remember it being this dark, but I don't love, so I wanted to do Physicians Formula in this video, but if I'm being honest with you, I don't think their products are very consistent. Like, there's very few products that I've tried that have become honestly like staples in my collection. So I didn't want, and it's not that I don't like them, I'm making it sound like I hate them. I don't hate them. I just wanted to talk about brands and products that I like, love, and obsessed with, and they just didn't fit in this video, okay? The next one, I honestly don't have a lot from this brand, but I do love this blush. It's the Toasted Cinnamon Blush from Burt's Bees. I would love to try more from Burt's Bees, but I think they're a little bit pricey for the drugstore, but I do love this blush, and actually this was one of the first items that I picked to do this with, and that's why I chose the eyeshadow that I chose, because I feel like they go together really well. I have heard a lot of people say they don't like this blush because they feel like it's too bronzy or too dark. I like it. I feel like everything's looking a little blotchy. I think it's the lighting. I don't feel like I'm actually looking this blotchy, but whatever. Oh, let me do highlighter first. I'm using another Milani product for highlighter. I'm using the Milani Afterglow in Strobe Light. This is like honestly one of my favorite highlighters of all time. I've talked about it a lot this year already. I just think it's like one of the best. Like, doesn't really get better than this one, and they have multiple shades, so that's something that's helpful as well. And it looks a lot like Blossom Glow from Wet n Wild, so if you're like, man, I don't want to repurchase Blossom Glow, there you go. I'm also going to use this on the inner corners of my eyes because I don't love all of the inner corner options in the palette. Alright, now I'm going to take some CoverGirl Look Lock Up. And I'm actually going to take some CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara. It's a fresh tube. I normally don't like having more than one tube open, but the tube I have open right now is not drugstore, so it's fine. We're breaking the rules this time. I love this mascara. This is like my new favorite, not just at the drugstore, just in general. It's an incredibly dry formula, beyond. But just love the way it looks. Oh, I didn't do any lower lash line. We'll just pretend that was part of the look. Alright, so for lips, you know what, I'm gonna do lips after I fix my hair. Let me go ahead and like fix this bronzer situation. So I'm actually going to go fix my hair. My camera needs to charge anyway, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do the lips. You guys, I love this makeup. Like, can't get over it. Love it so much. So let's put on a lip. The one that I was considering is this one from Flower Beauty. I didn't have any other Flower Beauty products in this video, and I want to highlight them because they're one of the, like, I feel like they were one of the first brands that was cruelty free at the drugstore and was like loud and proud about it. Like, I remember when Flower Beauty came out, that was one of their huge initial claims. So I want to go ahead and use this. So I'm going to shake it up. I always shake up my liquid lipsticks. I don't know how this is going to look because it's a lot cooler toned than the eye, but I don't know. I really wanted to use it. And these are almost like cooling. I can't talk and do this. Yeah, the formula on this is one of the most interesting I've ever tried because it's almost like, it feels like you're putting cold, thick water on your lips. I love this makeup. I normally don't get this excited about makeup, but like, oh my gosh. And then my hair, like, who is, like, am I a beauty guru? Like, what? I say as I like lift up my armpit so you can see all my deodorant. But yeah, guys, this is it. This is the finished makeup look. I'll link everything down below. There's Stefan making an appearance. But yeah, I wanted to take a negative thing and turn it into a positive and just kind of remind people that may be new to cruelty-free makeup or thinking about it or considering it and kind of feeling defeated because it's like one more brand that you don't get to shop from. And you can't really look at it like that. You need to look at it from a perspective of like, you know, all the makeup brands that you can buy and can support that have really good products. And every single thing I use, aside from the primer, because like I haven't really used it that much, and the bronzer, which again I haven't really used that much, but I'm really liking it right now, and the brow pencil. Aside from those things, which I wasn't super excited about, everything else I love, and I feel like I'm not missing anything. I feel like I don't need to go out and buy a Maybelline foundation when you have foundations like this. And Covergirl has a shade for everyone and a formula for everyone. I don't feel like I need to go buy a L'Oreal blush. Even, you know, they have those cool new blushes out now, like the peachy ones, when I have things like this from Burt's Bees. You know, I don't feel like I need a, well, I have a nose hair. I don't feel like I need, you know, I'm trying to think of like cruelty-free brands. Or non-cruelty-free brands. I don't feel like I need a highlighter from Wet n Wild when I have this. And I know this is a little bit more expensive, but you get so much more product and the packaging is so much nicer. So ultimately, like, you don't need Cotillard Spun when you have I just really broke this. When you have powder like this. Like, truly, you don't need it. You don't need it. You aren't missing anything. You have so many options at the drugstore for cruelty-free makeup. So don't look at it as a negative. Look at it as a positive because you have so many options. Alright, I gotta go. I worked out for 2 hours and I need to eat something because I feel like I'm literally going to faint. But love this makeup look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!